Welcome everybody. We are live today. We're going to do a pre-summit warm-up once Lady Trader gets here, but we're also going to talk about what's happening in crypto news. I'm glad you're with me. I got some good clips about Bitcoin, of course, where the market is currently. I have some XRP stuff. There's some off the grid stuff. Finally, they launched the game. It's ready. People are playing it and Google searching it like crazy. This is going to be a really good chat. I hope you stick with me through the whole thing. So as soon as Lady Trader gets here, I'm going to dig into the schedule that's coming up this weekend. A big Friday, Saturday, and Sunday full of content here live on YouTube. We have so many guest speakers and panelists. I'm really excited to talk about all this once we get into it. Also coming to you tomorrow, there is a Algorand Mega Spaces happening. I'm going to co-host it here with Lady Trader at 4:30 UTC. So I hope you have a good time converter handy. I think this is like 6:30 in the morning for me. So I'm going to be up bright and early with you guys live here on Twitter for this space. All right, if you're taking a look currently after, where we are with Bitcoin, and of course we know Bitcoin is overall kind of what sets the tone for the rest of the altcoin market. We need kind of Bitcoin to have that huge breakout, and then people obviously will hopefully take profits, and then usually that goes into Ethereum and then altcoins and then kind of back through everything else. So after 7 months, looks like Lady Trader's here. Let me add her to the stage here. Hey, lady.
Hello. How are you?
Good. Hold on. Let me just get my sound here correctly. I don't know why it's here. Hold on. Let me just bring up. Can you hear me good?
Yes, I can. Are we live?
We are live. We are live. People
Wonderful.
are here. They are watching. And I was just talking about some news and waiting for you to get here. I knew you've got a busy schedule this week. And so I was just taking up a little bit of time.
Yes, absolutely. Excited to be here today.
Awesome. Well, so happy that you're here with us. Glad to have you. You know what? Let me just plug something in here. Give me 1 second. All right. So you want to talk a little bit about, I know you've been working hard. You're going to be co-hosting this summit with me. Do you want to just talk about maybe let's first start off with kind of like, what is the summit? And so I can kind of get into that, and then maybe you can kind of share with us kind of how you see the summit helping people, right? Because this is kind of why we're doing this, to educate people, the public, on different topics and themes that are happening in the crypto space, right? So starting on Friday, October 11th, market sentiment. So kind of like what's happening in the market, what to expect. Real world assets. This is a big space. We're gonna have some really big people. Lady, do you want to talk about maybe some of the people that you invited? I know, is it market sentiment or real world assets? You invited someone special to. I think it was real world assets.
Yeah, RWA, of course, is one of the panels that I really wanted that one to be very, very special. We also, same with AI, really. So we have some pretty solid panels here, but really, I mean, some of these guests, they are absolute legends, and I'm so excited that we have, the people that are part of it. And also RWA and Deepen panel is one that we got oversubscribed on very fast. Like everybody
Oh,
wanted to be a part of that, right? And so
yep.
we had to be kind of cautious and see, okay, who could we really get on there, because there's going to be limited amount of time. If we could, we would have everybody, right? And
Yeah.
so this is the first summit, of course, and but we brought in some absolute legends. That is going to be a super lit discussion for sure.
Awesome. All right, cool. So after that, we're going to have crypto gems of 2025. So this is kind of like what people are currently holding. What are these people? So we wanted to bring top thought leaders in the space to the summit. And so these people are usually full-time in crypto, or these people spend a lot of their time in crypto. And so these people have certain crypto projects and gems that they are very bullish on. So that's what the discussion for Crypto Gems for 2025 will be about. And we will have some really good thought leaders in this space as well, talking to you about what projects they are holding on to for this bull market. Saturday, we're kicking off Saturday with AI. You want to talk about these special guests we have for AI, Lady Trader?
Yes, yes, absolutely. I mean, we have amazing people for AI. We have Stacy. I don't think this is the right one though. There is a different panel for
Uh,
AI. It should
yeah,
be
I
in
don't. I
there
don't think I
somewhere.
have the panels on here. It was host, speaker schedule.
Oh,
Um,
gotcha. Okay, so yeah, we can go through this. That's all right.
yeah,
So
yeah.
if you go
I
up,
can
yeah,
bring up. I can bring up the photos and add them to what's it
yeah,
called?
let's do that.
Yeah.
That would make it
Uh,
super easy because then
give
we
me a
can kind of
second.
go over. And you made a really detailed post today. I think that's worth
Oh
checking
yeah.
out.
Let's bring that
That
up.
let's bring that up. Yep, let's do it. Said the
Let's do
same
that.
thing.
All right. All right. So let me dig into this. So uh let me just play this really quickly. So we have this kind of goes through the event, what Lady Trader and I were talking about. I think JP posted all of the summit stuff though. Here, let me see. Of course, we're live here. All right, here we go. So here are the speakers for the crypto gems. This is, of course, on Friday. We have Metamona. Matt Case is going to be joining us. Calvin Waite, right? TTF bot. Of course, the Great Lady Trader on the co-host, and then Crypto Billy. All these people will be joining us for the Friday stream. Let's see what else we have.
Yes.
So here's the AI summit.
One comment on that one. One comment on that one, though. We have Metamona. She was absolutely the rock star. If you were part of Token 2049, she was hosting Star Atlas Summit, and she has some pretty awesome alpha to share as well. So, really excited that she was able to join us. And then this is our AI one. I mean, Sensei, you and we've been working pretty closely with Twin Protocol team, and we have Stacy as a part of our panel. So she is going to bring some absolute alpha. Twin Protocol has been in the news quite a bit lately.
Yeah.
We have, it's been in the news. Like if you Google Twin Protocol, and then just go to the news section, you'll see Deepak Chopra's twin is making some buzz, and it's all organic news basically. So
Yeah.
lots of buzz around Twin Protocol and technology, which kind of makes me happy. And then we have, of course, Richard Hobbs. He is a legend as well. He is part of Fash Token that's coming out. And I'll say that we have two people on this panel that are backed by Neo Launchpad, right? We have Richard, who is part of BNV or Fash Token that's coming up. They did something pretty phenomenal. They've actually done a gasless airdrop, which is something that's pretty amazing because people are getting airdrops, but they don't even have to spend their gas fee on that, which was pretty amazing. And Robbie, who is part of Neo Life, that's also a project that's backed by Neo Lounge or incubated by Neo Lounge, and he's been phenomenal. He's a legend as well. I've worked with him very closely, got to know him a little bit, and that's amazing. We have Kayla. She's been absolutely killing it in the AI world as well.
Yep.
And then MetaMan X. I mean, what an awesome panel. I mean, I'm excited about this one.
It's gonna be a knockout panel. I really think for our first summit, this is gonna be a good warm up. I think people are gonna want to hear more about these certain topics. Like I think AI is gonna hold a larger structure maybe for the second summit. Maybe we have a 3-part panel for AI instead of just it's so quick, right? It's basically 45-50 minutes of us talking and then taking a few questions from the Cryptonairez Discord. And so that can kind of go in a flash of an eye. And so we want to just make sure. I think on the next summit we will have more time to discuss certain different things. And so, all right. So kicking off, we did talk about the AI panel. Sorry. Let me just go back down here. So kicking off on schedule. So kicking off. So we have AI and then altcoins. So let me pull up altcoins. Let's see here. Altcoins, blue chips, market sentiment, robo deepen.
Deepin, I want to go back to because I want to talk a little
Okay,
bit about that.
let me
That's
do
one
that.
that I'm super
Here we
proud of, like that panel. So we have Murat. He is absolutely awesome in the RWA and Deepin world. We have Jay, he's the CEO of a Nasdaq listed company called Oxbridge, and it's basically they are really amazing people. Like you could learn so much from them from the traditional market, right? These are SEC regulated assets that we're talking about. So it's not like your traditional crypto, but what they are doing in tokenization world is absolutely fantastic. I actually had a chance to talk to Jay a couple of times. He's amazing. Then we have William. He's actually part of Jade City, which is an upcoming project that is actually focusing on Jade, which is amazing. I've already been part of a similar project called Emerald, and so all of these precious stones, I'm excited about whenever I see tokenization of of them. It's like, yes, there's an actual use case there. Then we have Daba Network. I mean, I've had great conversation with this team. They are doing something fantastic. They are actually providing internet services in
Yep.
India. So I'm not going to talk too much about them. I mean, you got to hear from them and what they're bringing to the table. And of course, Matt Case and Bilo, I mean, amazing people to be a part of this panel. So this is one panel that I am super, super bullish on.
It's going to be a knockout. It's going to be a knockout. All right. I'm really, really thankful to have all of these special guests, and it wouldn't have happened without all the amazing help from you, Lady Trader, and of course, our team there at Cryptonairez has been working extremely hard. We got JP, Cass, Lawrence, a few other people that are working on the Cryptonairez team, working extremely hard to make sure this thing goes off without a hitch. So I wanted to come back here. Let me just pull this up here. So Saturday. So that is the later event here. So Saturday, we talked about AI. After AI, we're going to be talking about altcoins. And so, Lady Trader, I have on the screen pulled up just a clip. I don't think we posted this yet or it's coming, but we're going to have Calvin Wait. We have Crypto Data, which I really love his entry. So I'm in a lot of spaces with Crypto Data and the form that he brings and the knowledge that he brings. He also runs his own Telegram channel too. So if you're looking to maybe get some alpha from him, please go to his Twitter and follow his Telegram channel. But Buy Low Crypto will be a great addition. Bits of Wealth and Cool Crypto. This is going to be a fantastic panel talking about all these different altcoins as well. What do you think, Lady Trader?
Yeah, this is a fantastic panel. I mean, these are the people that I've been on so many spaces with. It's crazy. Bits of Wealth, he's a little bearish, but I mean, oh my goodness, he's a legend. Like the way that he would disagree with people so beautifully, it's just amazing. He brings a really good perspective. And then Cool Crypto, I mean, he's awesome, especially if you're looking for, information on airdrops and things like that. Crypto Data, Calvin, Bilo, I mean, what a panel. And then of course the two of us. So this is going to be one of those panels where we'll be talking a lot about altcoins and then also what we are looking for, for this bull market. I'm excited for this.
Yep, absolutely. And so after that, we're going to finish off Saturday with how to get into projects early. So this is something that, if you've been in the crypto market for a long time, you need access, right? Following the right people or being in the right group or being at the right place at the right time can make you a lot of money, right? And so we're going to discuss with Kayla, Nix, TTF Bot, and Ryan, as well as Lady Trader and myself. We're going to talk about how to just get in. What are these people doing to get into projects early? And hopefully this will give you some ideas and some information so you can yourself get into something early and maybe some tips and tricks we're going to go through. So this should be a good panel to finish off Saturday. And then, of course, Sunday, we have I'm really excited about Sunday, right? Because it's Sunday. We kick off with a 2-hour panel. Let's share this right here. A 2-hour panel on XRP. So this is the only panel that is 2 hours. The reason it is 2 hours is because I am so passionate myself about XRP, and I wanted to bring some special people along to talk about this. So I asked several higher knowledge XRP people that put out content, right? So Versan is from Black Swan Capitalists. He is, I think his name is VERSAN, so we'll have to fix that on the thumbnail. But we're glad to have him there with us. David, he wanted to bring his special guest, David from Digital Outlook, with him. Also, I invited MetaMan X. MetaMan X has posted so many things that I have played inside of my videos. I can't tell you how many times I've reverted to his clips. Is going to be a wealth of knowledge as far as going into XRP and tokenization. This is going to be a really, really interesting panel. And of course, is Ryan D somebody that you know, Lady Trader?
Yes, this is Ryan actually from Neo Lounge.
Oh, that's right.
So
right.
yes, we have him from Neo Lounge. But yeah, he's absolutely fantastic. He's going to be on 2 panels. XRP is one. He's very, very passionate about XRP. I am as well. I mean, who shouldn't be, right? Who wouldn't be? XRP army is strong. So very excited for this panel. And then we also have Ryan for the panel on how to get into projects early. So that definitely, he was very excited for this summit. And yeah, looking forward to this conversation.
All right, and then to finish off the entire summit on Sunday, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern time, We have Wolf Financial joining us for a panel, which is really big. A lot of panels that I've been on are invites from Wolf, and so we're really happy to invite him into the summit. He had a pretty busy weekend, but he found some time on this time on the Eastern time to jump on a panel with us. Also Bilo, Bits of Wealth, as Lady Trader talked about before. Cade actually runs the Web3 version of Wolf Financial. So we're excited to have Cade on there. I know he's really bullish on Near Protocol and a few other altcoins. And A-Trades. This was somebody you really wanted to have on there, Lady Trader. Did you want to talk about A-Trades?
Yes. So A-Trades is very heavily involved in crypto mining sector quite a bit. And so definitely a great addition to this panel. He has a wealth of knowledge. I'm in his alpha community as well. He's doing a great job. His community is doing a great job actually. So they do so much education on the mining sector. It's amazing. And he has a lot to add, I believe, to this conversation. And then of course Cade, I mean Wolf, who who doesn't know Wolf, right? He's doing
Yeah.
an absolutely fantastic job in the traditional equities and then also in the Web3 sector. Below Bits of Wealth, I mean, my goodness, this is going to be a pretty awesome panel as well. I mean, all the panels are lit. And so
Yep.
I'm excited for all of them, as you can see. But yeah, this is going to be a very solid discussion as well.
All right, just coming back to this, guys. It's all starting on Friday. We basically have the same schedule for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, kicking off at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Just going through this market sentiment, real world assets, crypto gems. Saturday, we have AI, altcoins to follow, and how to get in projects early. And then XRP 2-hour special on Sunday. Then blue chips you should watch out for. So these are both 3-hour days. All of these things are 3-hour days. We have 9 panels, totally 9 hours. We hope you can join us for some of this content. If you want to ask questions during the panel, you definitely want to join Cryptonairez. We'll be taking questions directly from Cryptonairez. We're going to have a special stream inside of the community. And so please, if you're a member or if you're interested in actually asking questions to the panel, consider joining Cryptonairez today. Cryptonairez is a crypto community that's been around since the last bull market. We have helped, I think, tens of thousands of people by this time understand the crypto market better and get into projects early. That's what we're really there to do, to help you better understand all these different opportunities that you have in the crypto space. Lee Trader, do you have anything you wanted to add before I kind of move on to some news?
No, I mean, if you're looking for sponsorship or anything, definitely let us know. I would be more than happy to include you, into this summit. But this is exciting, and also wanted to throw it out there. I mean, this event is free, so if you register for it, it is free. It's open to everybody. You will be able to watch it live. The only time if you want to ask a question, then you definitely want to be part of the Cryptonairez community. But if just to watch it, I definitely encourage you, please do that. There's going to be a lot of alpha that's going to be shared. This is going to be a phenomenal discussion, and it is over the weekend. So, hey, tune in.
Should have mentioned that. Yes, it's going to be streamed live on YouTube and Twitter at the same time. So you definitely can watch, learn, grow, maybe write down some questions that you have, and you can send some DMs maybe to some different people on the panel if you're interested in asking those questions through that type of means. 100%, please feel free to watch free on any of the streaming platforms that we are going to be streaming onto. So great, thank you so much, Lady Trader. I really appreciate you. I know you have something coming up here in a little bit. I don't know how long you can stay with us, or if you want to just jump off and take a break, but I wanted to get back into some Bitcoin news, if that's okay with you.
Yes, please. Absolutely. I do need to jump off, but this was such a great conversation, Sensei. I'm looking forward to this weekend. Let's kill it.
All right. Appreciate you. Have a good one.
Yep. Thank you. Bye.
All right. Bye. All right. So looking at Bitcoin. So some people believe that Bitcoin is just a bounce away from hitting 120,000. That would really be spectacular. A lot of analysis here from Peter Brandt. Here's the macro picture of Bitcoin observations. Huge gains come in post-halve of halving cycles period since March 2024. Appears as insignificant. Brief pause in ongoing trend. My target is 135,000 in August or September of 2025, but close below 48,000 negatives. My chart analysis. So saying, in the bearish part about this, you could be looking at Bitcoin dropping below 50,000, but if you're looking at the full macro picture over the next 12 months, you're going to be looking at Bitcoin maybe reaching 135,000. That's what his analysis is saying. And you're seeing more and more restaurants and shops offering Bitcoin. I thought this was fun. You know, that's cool. You know, making crypto easier for people to be able to use and spend their money, spend their crypto, you know, on, you know, web 2 or web 1 type things, you know, going into a restaurant, buying food. That's something that people are going to want to do. And so that's just really cool. So Altcoin Daily put this out. It's 4 minutes and 20 seconds. There's really a lot of good gems in this. So I'm going to play most of this, if not all this. There's just so much good stuff here. You know, this was clipped from his longer chat. Let me just really quickly, hold on. Let me just refresh this. Sorry. There you go.
The final boss as it relates. The reason I highlight China is that they're kind of like the final boss as it relates to all-time highs in crypto. The macro is lining up perfectly. I think the big change most recently, of course, is obviously the Fed cutting 50 basis points, but also the coordinated central banks' efforts to also cut as well. So whether this is the ECB, the Bank of England, the Bank of Canada, et cetera. So we do have clear tailwinds as it relates to global liquidity picking up, which, you know, has a direct impact on risk assets and particularly Bitcoin, and of course the longer tail of tokens in crypto. But the most interesting thing to me is the news that's recently come out of China. I know we saw ahead of the Golden Week in China, which is October 1st through the 7th, which just ended, you know, last night. The PBOC and, you know, the broad kind of finance ministry, if you will, of China came out with some pretty accommodative, stimulative policies for not only, you know, the banks and helping recapitalize them, but also for, you know, consumers. You know, China has a domestic demand problem. It's not a new thing. If you look at anything over the past, you know, even I think it's the last 11 quarters, they've had a pretty persistent state of deflation. This is a problem for some place like China, where they're an export-driven economy, and if their domestic demand is effectively zero in terms of growth, they need to fix that. And so there is actually a pretty strong correlation between the expansion of China M1 money supply. So these are deposits that are not necessarily just going in the savings account like M2, and the price of Bitcoin. So what we saw at the beginning of the year, yes, we knew the ETF was coming. We knew that there was going to be a strong narrative behind those ETF flows, and that actually did happen. But what a lot of people didn't see was the expansion of M1 money supply in China as a direct correlation to Bitcoin's price improvement.
How does that fit into all of the other catalysts that are kind of at play for Bitcoin right now? It kind of sounds like this idea that we're, you know, probably going to retest the all-time high by the end of the year, probably even break that and get another all-time high is still a likelihood. But what, you know, given everything you just said, how would you place that among the other themes, and what would you say is sort of the dominant theme to get us to those new records later this year?
Yeah, I mean, it's all connected. And so, you know, if you zoom way out and you just kind of look at, say, the global liquidity picture, global liquidity bottomed in October of 2022. These liquidity cycles tend to last between 5 and 6 years. We're not quite halfway through that yet, and we're just now starting to see tailwinds pick up on the global liquidity side. The reason I highlight China is, you know, I wrote in our latest asymmetric market update this past weekend, is that they're kind of like the final boss as it relates to all-time highs in crypto. The macro is lining up perfectly for Bitcoin to make new all-time highs later this year. But the kind of catalyst, or really the accelerant, I think has a lot to do with policy that comes out of China. So, you know, if you look at
okay, kind of like replay the same clip, but HBO did a documentary on basically who Satoshi Nakamoto was, and I haven't seen this yet. I have been just overwhelmed with stuff in my personal life that I haven't had time to sit down and watch this documentary. I might try to find a little bit of time later on this evening and go through it. But people are saying that the documentary mentioned someone named Peter Todd, and Peter Todd responded today that he is not Satoshi. So I'm not sure. Like you do have this. Para Digital Nomad posted this. kept saying that Joel Katz, the Satoshi, Bitcoin is just a beta test, the XRP, the true coin. You know, you look back at these dates here, Computer System, David Schwartz, Woodmere, New York, David Schwartz Enterprises, Inc. This is 1988, August 25th, 1988. And, you know, I am not a whiz on all of this stuff. So I don't know. Is that, you know, is it David Schwartz? Is that who Satoshi Nakamoto is? We'll have to see. All right. I am excited about this one. Okay. So this was like 5 or 6 months ago. Man, it's talk about, you know, having to spend money and not seeing a return for so long, but it might be really, really worth it. This is an opportunity that we brought to Kryptonairez members. They could buy a node for Off the Grid. It's a game that has launched now globally, and it is massive. Let me play this for you.
It took a lot of hard work, but we finally completed it.
Yeah.
And we are ready for our first globally broadcast Battle Royale!
Let's go.
Welcome to the ultimate real-life gaming arena. It's all the thrill on my shoes, but in the real world. Holy shit. And you stand a chance of winning up to $100 million.
Obviously, this is going to attract everyone, not just ex-soldiers.
This is like Hunger Games happening in real life.
Oh,
Players
man.
must undergo surgery in order to play.
They cut off your limbs and they grow back by regen. And then they give you these cybernetic combat limbs and set you loose to go out and slaughter all your opponents. These people are just regular folks who have opted into total madness.
Technicians can literally resuscitate soldiers from death. Even extreme fatalities. They can regrow the patient from base tissue.
Okay, well, this is our floating surgical ship. It's where we bring our fallen players. And then within a couple of days, they're out playing again.
How much worse is this going to get? Are you really going to say nothing in defense of this despicable island of depravity that you are personally responsible for? What? Oh my God, am I going insane? What's going on here? Oh, wow!
I love this shit.
Welcome to the world's first real Battle Royale! You think you're tough? Sign up. Come on down to the island. Come test yourself for real.
All right, on PlayStation, Xbox, and in the Epic Game Store. I got goosebumps. I got goosebumps. And then check this out. So Off the Grid has just flipped Moodang in both Google and YouTube interests. So since October 4th, people have been looking and Googling Off the Grid search terms. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited. Not just to play this, but also to see what type of return I can get on my initial investment. And so, yeah, we'll see what happens. Did anyone else in the chat get into Off the Grid nodes? And if there's any people in Kryptonairez here, there might be a few people that got into it. So, LEX, it's just type play for HBO. Don't believe a single word of it. Oh, so I shouldn't even watch it then, huh? USDC running on Sui. Yeah, Sui's big. I mean, we've been talking about Sui for the last like 2-3 months now. So this was back when Sui was like ran around 70 cents. So, you know, people like coming to these chats because we do talk about, you know, things like Sui. We just I don't have a ton of Sui content today, but we have talked about it in a lot of Sensei chats in the past few months. It's been brought up a lot too. So I know a lot of people are interested in Sui. So, let's get into this. So $10 trillion asset manager BlackRock says crypto is is being adopted faster than the internet and mobile phones, right? So this is something that, right, like we already believe in crypto. We don't need anyone else telling us how bullish crypto could be, over the next 10 years, right? We know that even in the bearish form, crypto is going to do, 5 to 10x over the next, 10 years. It could do like a 50x, like Raul Paul is saying, 30, 32, 33, 2020, 32, 2033 time frame over the next 8 to 10 years, talking about, maybe up to a 50x on the crypto market. So when you have BlackRock posting stuff like this, people that are not crypto friendly, people that are not already sold on the market, will look at these type of things that they're putting out, and they might become more bullish. They might put another 1% of their company's money into the market. They might put something else of value into the market. And so we want all of these people that are not participating in the crypto market to start participating. There's trillions of dollars out there in the world that we want inside of the ecosystems in the crypto market. So let me play this.
Thematic investing at BlackRock, I really spend a lot of my time thinking about the future and some of the disruptive changes that are impacting the world and society and the economy and our portfolios around us. Oftentimes, this is about disruptive technologies. Oftentimes, it's about societal changes. But what we found with blockchain and digital assets is that in some ways, this is one of the fastest growing technologies we've seen in the last few years. On the right-hand side of the chart, you can see our adoption curve. This is just looking at how quickly certain assets are adopted by a society. And you can see that blockchain and digital assets are being adopted faster than major revolutions before it, whether that's the internet or whether that's cell phones. And there's a couple of reasons for this. The first reason is just we're living in a more digital economy than ever before. If we're consuming things online, streaming videos, playing video games, buying digital content, it makes sense to have digitally native assets to conduct those transactions, particularly when there's, secondly, and importantly, in a year like this year, where over half the world's population is voting for new leadership, not just the elections in the United States, Mexico, and India, and the European Union, we're seeing more geopolitical risk than before, and in fact, declining trust in institutions, whether that's trust in government institutions for maintaining peace and order, whether that's trust in central banks in terms of keeping inflation under control. More distrust has exacerbated the need for a global monetary alternative. The third we're seeing is demographic changes, the rise of the millennial and Gen Z generation. Millennials, at least in the United States, are set to inherit trillions of dollars, are entering peak earnings years in their work, and are increasingly playing an important role in the economy. And millennials are very different from previous generations because we, were the first generation to be digitally native, growing up with the internet, growing up with computers. We understand digital better than previous generations, and that means we're more likely to adopt digital currencies. And then finally, what I think has been really important to BlackRock in our journey in the digital asset space has been the maturing of infrastructure in digital assets. We've seen billions of dollars move in venture capital and private equity into digital assets to fund incredible innovation in blockchain. We've seen the regulatory environment evolve to get more constructive around digital assets and how people can buy them. We've seen extremely talented people leave traditional finance to go into DeFi to help lead some of these innovations. And all of this infrastructure has really matured over the last 5 years. So between all of these tailwinds, it's really creating the opportunity for digital assets to gain broader adoption across more investors around the world. With that being said, we're in the early days. 2.9 trillion, it changes every day. Maybe it's slightly higher or slightly lower since we made this slide. But we could have focused thus far our efforts on 2 digital assets, the 2 largest. We feel that between these 2 assets, which represent about 75% of the market cap of the digital asset space, and have some of the most liquidity in the digital asset space, that we can really start to make headway in terms of bringing out accessible vehicles to more investors. Now, what I'm going to...
All right. I thought that was a really good clip. Had a lot of good information. I can't play the volume on this. I just thought this was an interesting way that they did this clip. But let me just play this. Oh my God. Hold on, I can't. Hold on, let me just tell her 1 second. Hold on, Stacy. I don't think that's the right Stacy Engel, to be honest with you. All right. Sorry, my Telegram thing went off. I apologize. This is just interesting how this kind of goes to this next thing. Super crazy. All right. So a little bit about this is from Black Swan capitalist firm Vershawn. The SEC's ongoing battle with Ripple is only setting the stage for a Ripple to strengthen ties with BRICS nations more. The U.S. regulatory uncertainty and corruption drag on. BRICS will continue to move toward new financial system, and Ripple's tech offers exactly what they need. So, this is the hard conversation, right? I think, now that 50 million Americans own crypto, I think that it's no longer a bipartisan issue. I think that it is, it's not really. Before it was the Democratic Party that was really holding crypto back. Now I think that people see that they can't be anti-crypto because too many people, too many millennials or Gen Z that can vote own crypto and want to see crypto flourish in the US. And I think that people are having to change their stance. Maybe instead of doing the research themselves, they listen to somebody like Elizabeth Warren, somebody who maybe didn't have a good outlook on the crypto industry and took their position just because it was easy. Now that they understand they can't do that and they have to do some due diligence and understand the crypto market a little bit better, I think, no matter who is president over the next year, we're going to get some type of crypto regulation from Congress. Remember, this can happen, but they need to work together. And I think that's been the hardest part, is getting both sides. Maybe this happens in your country too, or maybe your country, you don't really get to elect the people that run your country. And that's even harder for you. I don't want to get too much into politics on this chat, so I won't do it. But just please, make sure that you're researching who you're voting for. I'm sure there's different things other than crypto that you're passionate and supportive about. It's going to be a big, few weeks here. I mean, the election is only less than 4 weeks away, so it's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get exciting. I believe it's November 5th, right? National voting day. I think it's November 5th. I hate using Brave search engine. Hold on. All right, hold on. There we go. November 5th, 2024. Yep. Okay, so I was right. Yes, VGM, thank you. So we do have the elections coming up. It's going to be big. We'll see who wins. It'll be entertaining, at least to say. It's gonna be crazy. Obviously, expect the unexpected. I'd imagine that. I remember last election. Oh man, it was a crazy few months, and I think that's what you're seeing in the crypto market right now too, is uncertainty. People are uncertain of what's about to happen. So people are saying that if Trump wins, that it's going to be bullish for crypto and for other assets. We'll see, right? I think if you look at some of the betting markets, that Trump's got a little bit of a few point lead right now currently. It's crazy. I can remember back in the 2016 election when it was like Hillary Clinton versus Donald Trump, and everybody just thought Hillary Clinton was a stone cold lock. And, some people didn't end up going to vote because they just assumed that Hillary Clinton was going to beat Trump. And then a lot of people showed up to vote for Trump. So it's really hard to go with what the polls are saying. They are just a good narrative or directive to follow. Anything can happen is what I'm trying to get to say. So is it too late to get into the meme coin market? Crypto Banter put this out. I thought it'd be interesting to play here. So let me put it.
So in the previous bull run, the 2021 bull market, there was a massive run of NFTs. And NFTs were this whole promise around building community, building exclusive communities around things that people believed in, and they were around apes and punks and whatever else. Now, when I looked at the stats around the NFT bull run, and I took the total market cap of NFTs, total market cap of NFTs at the peak of the bull run was $301 billion, okay? That means that the total value of all the NFTs combined were $301 billion. If you take the same analysis around meme coins today, the total market cap of meme coins on this market today is $50 or $60 billion. That's where we're at. In fact, it's just over $50 billion. So if we were just to catch up to NFTs, that would mean that meme coins have got to do a 6x from here. But it's not that black and white because the market's changed a lot. Number one, we have a much bigger market. In fact, I think the total market cap in the last cycle, I think went just over 2 trillion or just under 2 trillion. And like we're already over that or very close to over that in this cycle. We've got a whole lot more people in crypto. And the third thing is in this market, we have Solana, which we never had in the previous market. In the previous market, anyone that actually wanted to play in these community coins had to use ETH, and the gas fees were prohibitively high. I mean, I remember trying to buy some NFTs, and my transaction fees, my gas fees on the transactions were like, I think $250 or something like that.
Expensive.
And so this is a very different market. This is a market that is much more welcoming to people. It's a market that's much easier to use.
I don't know, guys. What do you think? Memes. I'm kind of focusing on the more solid tokens. I think at this time, focus on what's the matter. It's all distraction. Laser focus on the future. Love that. Well said. It's all a distraction. Yeah. Well said though. All right. So just in, Standard Chartered predicts a 5x raise for Solana. Guys, we've been talking about this. Solana's price today, I think, is at, let's just take a look at it real quick. Hold on. Share this tab instead. Solana is at $139. So you're talking about a 5x from here. You're talking about 500 and then 4. You're talking about a $700 Solana. Quick math. Gotta love that. But you're talking about a $700 Solana price. I told you guys this. What was it? October of 2023, 12 months ago, that Solana could reach, $400 or $500. Now we're having Standard Chartered saying that they think it could reach 700. So I hope you rode it all the way up here, guys. There's a lot of money to be made in this market. If you're listening to the right people and you have some patience, right? That's the hard part is patience. So if Trump wins the election, we'll have to see, right? We'll have to see. A lot of people are saying if Trump wins, it's good for crypto. We'll have to see. Canary Capital files for spot XRP ETF. That's pretty cool. Here is the ETF filing for Canary XRP ETF, the S1 form, registration form they're sending to the SEC to get approved. This could spark further debate. This could spark, we'll have to see, right? But this is the second one now that I've seen, and I got a great clip here talking about it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, guys, that was the chat I kind of had put together for you. Not super long. I wanted to try to keep it under an hour, and we definitely did that. So we'll take some questions now. Grab the best memes on each chain as a hedge. Focus on AI gaming and utility. Well said. Real talk. I think AI is going to be a little crazy. I think it's going to do really well. I've invested in a lot of like VC rounds too, so those projects are launching soon. So hopefully they do well in the market. We'll have to see. Some of them are AI based, some of them are gaming based. Well, I still think the gaming market has to come back a little bit too. Tokenization, world assets, that'll play a key role too, I think. Like those narratives, like you should be focused on. If you're not focused on like AI, DeepIn, gaming or real world assets, I think you're kind of looking in the wrong place in this bull market, right? Of course, memes too, right? Those are the 5 areas that I would, depending on what your risk structure is and how much you're willing to risk. Those are the 5 asset classes that will probably have the greatest returns in this bull market. So we will have to see how it goes. Any questions from the stage or panel or you guys? No sound on the clip? Oh, I do apologize about that. It's weird. So you didn't hear anything on this one? Huh. Well, here, I will post this clip in the chat so you can listen to it when you want to. Sorry about that. I'm also going to make a video probably with that clip, so hopefully it'll play. But any questions about the market, about where we are, about anything? The game clip had sound, but the second clip didn't. Super strange. Of course, Vibro, thank you for being here. Remember the Cryptonairez. Let me just add to the stage real quick. The Kryptonairz Summit is coming up. Share this instead. The Kryptonairz KOL Summit is coming up this weekend. Starting off on Friday, we have a huge speaker panel. We got people from all over the world that are going to be speaking on these 9 panels. 8 panels. I hope you show up. I hope you're a part of this. Like I said, you can stream it absolutely free on YouTube or on Twitter. But if you want to be asking questions to the panelists live, you want to be in the Cryptonairez Discord. That's where we will be taking questions from. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you on Friday to kick off the event. Oh, shit. All right. Aloha. Thank you. Bye.